Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 49 of SMG Viewers Comments. Just got back from Nashville a few days ago, went to Summer Camp, had an amazing time. Got to hang out with my very good friend Chris Cardone from Kalium Strings, and we all went out to dinner and whatnot and just had a really good time. Had a huge dinner with the Rev crew at Monell's in Nashville, which is just fucking unbelievable food. If you're in town, please check it out. It is absolutely amazing. I can't say enough good things about it. Got to hang out with Trey and Alex from Gear Gods, got to hang out with Garrett Peters. You guys remember he ripped that amazing solo in the Moon on the Water cover. Garrett's a really good friend and just an incredible guitar player. Check his channel out if you want to get your guitar skills up, because the man has some serious skill on the instrument. Nashville was really, really cool. It was a very chill town, lots of friendly people, not nearly as country as I thought it was going to be either. Hanging out at the house of David was really cool. There were some definite historical things going on there. Here's like a picture of a Neil Young multi-track. Joe Cocker had done a lot of his stuff in the studio. And, here's the drum set that was used on Lionel Richie's Hello. And Liberace's piano as well. Very cool room. Yeah, they had a beautiful vintage API console in there. Just a magnificent room. Kind of the place I'd like to spend the rest of my life in, honestly. Just an amazing facility. Anyway, yeah, that was Nashville. Very cool place. Let's get right to it.
Stupid fucker came into the studio recording some modern metal. Guy had a crate solid-state head that he put a Digitech Metal Master pedal in front of on the clean channel. I told him I would be much more comfortable if he used my 5152. He said, fuck that piece of shit, I'm using an old amp, LOL.
Dude, I share your pain. I've definitely had a few guys come in more than once with an absolute piece of crap that they insisted that I record, and, of course it doesn't turn out so well. I mean, that was back in my early days before I really discovered what reamping was all about. These days, I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever, we'll record, but I always take a dry track. And then, once they're gone, I'll mic it up in a proper way and just basically A-B the two. I'll be like, okay, so here's this tone, here's this tone. You tell me what you like. And I won't tell them what's what. Just let them make a decision with the ears, turn off the screen, everything. And usually, actually without fail, they'll always pick, the better setup. Because let's face it, it's a lot easier to make a judgment when you're not listening with your eyes.
Hey Glenn, big fan of the channel. Constantly learning and improving my playing because of your videos. Anyways, what do you think is the best way to shake some anxiety before opening the show with a lot bigger bands on the bill? Thanks.
That's a fantastic question, dude. Myself personally, I'm not really a big drinker. I just go around and talk to people, go hang out with the other bands, see what they're doing, talk about gear, anything to just take your mind off the upcoming performance, Usually I find, you go talk to the other guitar players or whatnot, ask them to explain their rigs, that kind of thing. That just kind of, diverts everyone's attention away from the upcoming anxiety. There will obviously be people say, oh, have a beer or two, but the problem is not everybody has the ability to determine whether to have a beer or two or have 12. And that's where you run into problems. So I can't really recommend drinking before a show, because once that alcohol sets in, not everybody has the power to stop drinking. And like I said, that can be a recipe for a total clusterfuck. Like I said, it's just better off, especially if you're a guitar player, to talk guitar gear with the other bands. Usually that leads to some pretty interesting conversations and some good friendships along the way.
For God's sake, will you learn how to spell, you thick twats? It's not there, it's there.
And for the love of crom sweaty balls, will you please figure out the definition of the word irony? Holy fuck, man! Okay, I understand it's there. I understand the correct spelling of the word there. Did you actually think I misspelled the word there? By accident? You don't think I misspelled that on purpose? Okay, what's the subject of the video? Stupid text to there, musicians. Stupid being the operative phrase. Do you fucking get it? Stupid text to there? Deliberately misspell the word there. Yes. Why? Because it's fucking irony. Duh!
Dumb shit, irony and sarcasm don't travel too well in written word. Oh, high and mighty ironist, glad I never subbed, you don't deserve it.
Okay, I'm sorry if they don't travel too well across the printed word. Let me try it here a little bit more visually. Oh no, you didn't sub to my channel, I'm gonna die. Somebody call an ambulance, I'm dying. No, you didn't sub to my channel. Please, no, anything but that. Hey guys, just want to let you know, I've got plenty of my rule number 2 coffee mugs in stock. In fact, I've got about 4 or 5 different coffee mugs with all different designs. They've all got the extremely cool SMG logo on the front, and they're absolutely badass. I'm using these all the time. They're fantastic. I also have a brand new shirt design you should all check out. Pitch correction. It's like steroids for shitty musicians. It comes with the bullshit, boring, and suck controls, and can be yours for only 20 bucks. It ships anywhere in the world, and because I'm working with a third-party carrier, the shipping rates are significantly lower than they used to be shipping through Canada Post. So once again, you can get those anywhere in the world. Check it out at spectremedia.ca/shop. The link is in the description below. If you want to support the channel, this is the way to do it. Thanks very much.
Hey Glenn, I was in a hospital to get a piece of my colon removed. No need to say that this was a pretty shitty time for the first few days after the surgery. You always cheered me up when you uploaded a video, even though the laughing still hurts, you bastard. Cheers from Deutschland Bratwurst.
You know, I've got a buddy of mine with Crohn's, and he had to have part of his intestine removed. And yeah, that is absolutely no joke. I understand the seriousness of that. I hope you're feeling better very soon. I'm glad I could cheer you up. I'm glad some people are getting some joy out of my videos. That really makes it worth it. Thank you so much for writing. And please, I hope you're feeling better. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Why do you even run a studio? All you do is plug a guitar in a garage band into like a fawn, you fucking scam artist.
Folks, please, for crying out loud, would you please stop doing meth and having sex? Okay, otherwise we're gonna wind up with more mutants like this one.
Way to do nothing but contribute to the negative bass stigma. There wouldn't be so many shitty bassists if people like you weren't going around calling bassists shitty.
Oh, so that's the problem. Yeah, it's not the fact for the lack of motivation, the lack of practice, the lack of dedication. No, nothing like that at all. It's the fact my videos call bass players shitty. Yep, okay, yep, I admit it. Guilty as fucking charged. I'm the reason why bass players are so fucking shitty. Yes, I please, somebody fucking strike me down. Yes, I am making the world a worse place for bass players. Seriously? Fuck off, idiot.
Hi Glenn, do you ever feel awkward when people take their tracks to be mixed elsewhere or mastered elsewhere? Or does it not even faze you?
Yeah, maybe in the earlier days it kind of fazed me a little bit, it bugged me, but I mean, like, taking my stuff to be mastered elsewhere, no, that never bothered me at all, because I'd usually get to go along for the ride and fucking learn something. I've had a bunch of my stuff mastered by Mr. Phil Demetrio at Lacquer Channel up in Toronto, same place where Rush mastered 2112, and, getting to sit down and have coffee with George Graves, who's the senior engineer in that place, was a real eye-opener and definitely worth the trip, so I didn't mind that at all. I got to have Mallory Applebaum master one of my mixes on the Queensryche Frequency Unknown record. Again, really cool experience, so I really don't have a problem with that. In 2009, I did a record that was mixed and mastered by Mr. Frederick Nordstrom and Henrik Oud. The project had a budget, and the band wanted to bring in a name mixer, and it was down to basically Krista Sangarides or Frederick Nordstrom. We wound up going with Frederick. I'm a huge fan of Chris's, though, and that was a wonderful experience as well. But if it's like on a local level, yeah, it can kind of be a bit of a sting there, Oh, we're going to Joe Blow's studio down the street for whatever reason. Yeah, that can kind of suck. But, that's kind of what separates the men from the boys. You just got to roll with the punches and soldier on and keep doing your job and keep your mouth shut. Ultimately, you're there to serve the client, and they feel that somebody else can give them a better mix. Say, okay, well, what did I do wrong and how can I improve?
Hey, Glenn, is there any special technique that you use to line up your audio and video in post? Or do you simply just match up the camera audio to the recorded audio? Or is this question even relevant to either of these situations? Cheers for the Metro Detroit area. Thanks.
Yes, I'm using one of the most time-honored techniques of all. The audio sync. You always see the old clapper boards and whatnot. I've actually got one in a milk crate somewhere, but that's how they used to sync up audio with the visual in post. As soon as the first movies with audio came along, that clap would be the noise from the clap. You'd line that up for where the clapper board made contact and that your audio was synced. So I do pretty much the same thing, except yeah, I use both audio tracks. I use the audio track off the camera with the audio track of the mic I've got up here, and it syncs up perfectly. And I'll tell you, after like 2 years of doing these, I've gotten really good at it.
Would like to know what brand for a 2IO USB sound card would be with superb digital audio converters to go along with the DI.
RME Babyface, without a doubt. I've been using RME stuff for ages. I've got a Fireface 800 in my rack back there that I've been using for years and years on end. It's great. It just sits there. It works and sounds wonderful. I expect nothing less from their Babyface Pro interface. It's a 2-channel interface, USB, and I think I'm going to be doing a review on one very shortly. RME's been trying to get me to do something their product for quite some time, and quite frankly, I think it's going to be a really cool product. Hopefully, we're going to see that in a few weeks. More to follow on that. Keep your eye open for a review, but seriously, that's what I'd recommend at this point.
A couple of weeks ago, I went to see a local band playing, and they had a pretty good stage presence, but they were terrible as a band. They couldn't even complete a single song in their hour set without a major mess up. So my question to you is, what is more important, a band that sounds good together or a band with good stage presence?
I think you kind of missed the point, man. It's not either or. It's a combination of them all. The idea here is to not suck. So if they've got a good stage presence, obviously they need to improve their playing and not fuck up. So they need to practice their playing more. It's not fucking rocket science here. But like I said, I'd rather see a band with a total package than just get one small part of it right. And when I was sitting as a judge, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the total package. Don't half-ass it, guys. Give it everything you got.
Who are trapped?
My thoughts exactly. Anyway, that's it for this show, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'd like to give a big shout out to my fellow Canadians. Have a happy Canada Day weekend. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my American friends. Happy 4th of July. I hope you guys have a wonderful and safe weekend. Take care, everybody. I'm out of here.